Alright, audio test and, let's see, movement test. Okay, it looks like we're good. Hello everyone, this is Gundam Ace, aka John Hooper. I'm here continuing my streaming of Chizome no Hana, aka Bloodstained Flowers. When we last left off, well, quite a lot of things happened. The group discovered about the journal about the flower and its poison, which will kill people and basically drive them insane and aggressive. And so Ren died. Then Sumire was discovered to be infected, and they quarantined her after Miss Zaki tried and failed to get help after they discovered the bridge was burned. Eventually, Sakura went out and confronted her. And although she seemed aggressive for her, she finally let herself down. And then Nishizaki revealed she'd also been infected, bitten by some dogs who were also infected by the poison. And so, Sumire went and died by Ren's side. And so yeah, now we're back and have to figure out what we're going to do about Nishizaki next. So without further ado, let's begin. Miss Nishizaki and I returned to the lounge where everyone's waiting. While I cry, and during the time I'm crying and unable to say a word, Miss Nishizaki passes out the water and food to everyone. Sis? What's wrong? Anzu looks at me with concern. I can't stop my tears from pouring out. I need to tell everyone. I need to tell them what happened with Sumire. I said goodbye to Sumire. Since I'm crying, I can't speak very well, but everyone seems to understand the situation.
Sakura, 辛い状況だとは思うが、あとはお前に任せる。イブや国分寺と協力して、外部からの助けを待ってくれ。
Sakura, I know this is a harsh situation, but I'm leaving the rest to you. Work together with Ibu and Kokubunji, and wait for help from the outside world to arrive. Nishizaki says that and moves to leave the lounge.
ちょっと待ってください、西崎先生。どこに行かれるのですか？後のことを任せるって、どうして？
Please wait a minute, Miss Nishizaki. Where are you going? And what do you mean by leaving the rest to her? When President Tsubaki asks this, Miss Nishizaki shows the red bruises on her hands. Miss Nishizaki, that's... What?
Sensei まで感染されたんですか?
Miss Nishizaki, you've been infected too?
ああ、助けを呼びに行った時、毒に感染された野犬に噛みつかれたんだ。言うのが遅くなってしまってすまない。
Yeah, when I went to go get help, I got bitten by one of the dogs who was infected with the poison. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner.
あのノートに書かれていたように、ナシキは多分毒の影響で他者に危害を加えようとしたんだろう。
Just like what was written in that notebook, Nashiki probably tried to hurt others, due to the effects of the poison.
高貫先生の例もあるから全員がそうなるということはないようだが、私もいずれ狂い出す可能性はある。
Judging from what we saw from Mr. Takanuki, there's a chance that won't happen with all of us. But the possibility I could lose my sense of self could very well happen.
だから私を隔離してくれ。1階にあるホール、あそこなら外側からドアを何かで固定すれば内側からは開かなくなるはずだ。
So quarantine me. There's a hall on the first floor. As long as you seal it from the outside, seal me in there from the outside with something, then I shouldn't be able to get out. No, we couldn't possibly lock you up.
これ以上被害を出さないためだ。3日、いや、あと2日間無事でいられたらみんな家に帰れるんだ。
To ensure there'll be no more victims. After 3, no, if you can stay safe for 3, no, 2 more days, then you can all go home.
副顧問としてみんなのそばにいて守ってやることはもうできないが許してくれ。
Hold on a second. Alright, back. As the Vice Club advisor, please forgive me for not being able to stay there to help. For not being able to help you, for not being able to protect you all anymore. Miss Nishizaki.
先生はそれでいいんですか？
Are you alright with that, Miss Nishizaki?
ああ、お前たちを家に帰すことが私の望みだからな。
Yes. Making sure you all get home is what I want, after all.
死ぬのが怖くねえのかよ、あんた。
Ain't you scared of dying?
怖くないと言ったら嘘になるが、もともと私はずっと死にたかったからな。
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, but I've wanted to die for a long time now.
死にたかったって。
To die for a long time?
詳しいことはさくらに聞いてくれ。
You can ask Sakura for the details.
それじゃあ私はホールに行く。誰か外から扉が開かないように固定してくれないか？
I'll be going to the hall now then. Will someone seal it from the outside so I can't get out?
私がします。
I'll do it.
そうか。すまないな、さくら。
I see. Thanks, Sakura.
嫌です。先生までいなくなっちゃうんですか？そんなの嫌です。
No, Miss Nishizaki, we're gonna lose you too. I don't want that. Anzu grabs Miss Nishizaki by the sleeve as she cries.
お前は人一倍純粋だな。それはいいことでもあるが、他者につけ込まれる要因でもある。世の中善人ばかりじゃないんだ。
You're purer than the average person. That's a virtue. It's also a virtue. It can also be cause for others to take advantage of you. The world isn't filled with only saints.
だから人を疑うことも覚えた方がいい。お前の姉は正義感が強くて危なっかしいところがあるからな。もしもの時はお前がちゃんと止めてやるんだぞ。
So you should learn how to doubt others. Your sister has a strong sense of justice and can be reckless. So you'll need to stop her if it comes to it.
それじゃあ行こうか、さくら。
Alright, shall we go now, Sakura?
はい。
Yes. Miss Nishizaki and I leave the lounge. The rest of us see Miss Nishizaki off with a sad look in their eyes. Miss Nishizaki and I arrive at the hall. I look at Miss Nishizaki's face when we get there. Go. The red bruise that appear on Miss Nishizaki's face.
西崎先生、顔にあざが。
Nishizaki, there are bruises on your face.
もう侵食してきたのか。確かに顔のあたりも熱くなってきたな。
Yes. Seems it's already spreading. I admit it is feeling hot around my head. Miss Nishizaki answers, hold on a second. Miss Nishizaki answers. Sounds like she's having trouble breathing.
じゃあさくら、これで扉を固定して開かなくしてくれ。
Go now, Sakura. Seal the door from the outside. Hold on a second. Miss Nishizaki hands me a belt and towels.
これ全部を扉の取っ手にくくりつけて固定すれば内から開けることはできないだろう。取れないようにしっかり縛っておいてくれ。
If we tie all these to the handles of the door, I shouldn't be able to escape from the inside. Make sure you tie them tight so I can't break them off. Miss Nishizaki is as composed as ever, even in the face of death. No, perhaps it's better to say that she's been more composed ever since she got infected.
先生は8年前の事件のことずっと後悔していたんですね。その時からずっと死にたかったんですか？
Miss Nishizaki, you've always regretted the incident 8 years ago, haven't you? Have you wanted to die ever since then?
ああ、実際に何度か手首を切ったりして自殺未遂を繰り返していた時期もあった。
Yes. There was actually a time where I slit my wrists several times and tried to commit suicide.
だけどその度に両親が生きてくれって泣きついてきて、両親に辛い思いをさせることが心苦しくて自傷行為をやめた。
But every time I did, my parents would cry and beg me to live. I didn't want to put them through pain, so I stopped hurting myself.
でも前を向いて生きることもできなくて、私はずっと死にたがりながら生きてきたんだ。
While I couldn't live positively, I've always lived while wanting to die. Four people she cared deeply about died in front of her. And since she was partly involved with its cause, it's no wonder she found it difficult to live.
こんなことになるなら高貫先生にも早く謝っておけばよかった。謝っても誰も許さないとは思うが。
I knew it'd come to this. I would have apologized to Mr. Takanuki sooner. Even though I don't think anyone would forgive me even if I apologized.
高貫先生はもうとっくの昔に許してましたよ。いや、最初から西崎先生のことを責める気なんてなかったんです。
Mr. Takanuki forgave you long ago. No, he never blamed you to begin with. Huh?
高貫先生が上崎島の事件のことを話してくれたとき、西崎先生のことをおっしゃっていました。西崎先生が直哉さんのお葬式でずっと謝り続けてる姿を見て、責める気なんてなれなかったって。
When Mr. Takanuki told me about the Kamisaki Island incident, he spoke of you. He said how when he saw you, apologizing the whole time during Naoya's funeral, he didn't feel like blaming you.
高貫先生はあの子が今は立ち直ってくれていたらいいのにって 西崎先生のことを心配していたんですよ。
He said he hoped that girl was now back on her feet. He was worried about you, Miss Nishizaki.
そんな嘘だ。
No, that can't be.
嘘なんかじゃないです。私はこのことを伝えたくてここに一緒に来たんですよ。
It's true. I came here because I wanted to tell you that.
西崎先生は犯人に一緒に死んでくれって言われたんですよね。でも結局その犯人は西崎先生を生かした。
Miss Nishizaki, the culprit told you to die with him, right? But in the end, he let you live.
それってこれからも西崎先生には生きていて欲しかったからですよね。
I think it's because he wanted you to keep on living.
西崎先生のご両親も高貫先生も上崎島事件の犯人も西崎先生に笑って前を向いて生きていってほしいと願っていたんじゃないかなって思うんです。
I think your parents, Mr. Takanuki... Hold on a second. Okay, back. Sorry about that. I think your parents, Mr. Takanuki, and the culprit of the Kamisaki Island incident, wanted for you to live positively with a smile on your face. No one wished for Miss Nishizaki to lose the smile she had in that photo. Miss Nishizaki cries.
ありがとう。さくら。
Thank you, Sakura. Miss Nishi... What was Miss Nishizaki feeling? Even though she's finally been shown some hope, she thinks it's okay for herself to live. She doesn't have much longer to live. Perhaps she feels regret.
西崎先生、やっぱり私最後まで西崎先生のそばに。
Miss Nishizaki, I think I should stay by your side until the end.
それはダメだ。みんなのことを頼むと言っただろう、さくら。ここでお別れだ。
You can't do that. I told you to take care of everyone, Sakura. This is goodbye.
西崎先生。
Miss Nishizaki.
高貫先生の言葉教えてくれてありがとう。じゃあ、あとは頼む。
Thank you for telling me what Mr. Takanuki said. I'll leave the rest to you. And with those words, Miss Nishizaki shuts the door of the hall. I stare blankly at it for a while. And I start sealing the door of the stuff I was given. I fill my trembling fingers with strength. And bind the door handle so it won't open from the inside. I'm letting Miss Nishizaki die. Even if Miss Nishizaki goes crazy and screams at us to open the door, I can't open this because that's what she wants herself. Just as Miss Nishizaki said, I don't have the power to cure the poison. So at the very least, all I can do is make sure there are no further victims. No further infectees. Miss Nishizaki said she'd leave the rest to me. I have to be strong. I have to protect everyone. Much like Miss Nishizaki granted Sumire's last wish, I'm gonna have to do the same for her. I'm the only one who has to bear the sin of locking up Miss Nishizaki to die on her own. All that's left is for the rest of us to make it home safely. I finished sealing the door and head back to the lounge. I have no more tears to shed. Much like how Miss Nishizaki is risking her life to protect all of us. I have to be strong now. Alright, back. When I enter the lounge, everyone looks at me with concern.
ホールの扉は閉じてきたから、みんな何があっても外からは開けないで。
I've sealed the door to the hall. So no matter what happens, don't open it from the outside. Everyone silently nods.
お姉ちゃん、食べられるならこれ。
Sis, eat this if you can. Anzu hands me a water bottle and
あ
bread.
りがとう。でもみんなは？
Thank you. But what about the rest of you?
僕たちはさっきさくらと西崎先生が出ている間に食べたから、さくらもちゃんと食べないと倒れちゃうよ。
We ate while you and Miss Nishizaki were out. You'll collapse if you don't eat up.
わかった。
Yeah, I know. I drink the water given me in one gulp. Because I'm so thirsty, it tastes very delicious. Next, I put the bread in my mouth. It has no flavor. It takes time to swallow it as though I'm eating sand. I'm feeling nauseous ever since I feel nauseous after I swallow it, so I can't eat anymore. I can't do this. I have to be strong. So I need to eat in order to do that. I have to eat, but just then, Hiyagi suddenly snatches the bread out of my hands.
食えないならちゃんとそう言え。無理して食って吐いちまったら余計体力失うだろうが。
If you can't eat, then say so. You'll just waste your strength if you force yourself to eat and throw it all up.
そうよ。実を言うと私たちもあまり食べられなかったの。あなただけが無理をすることはないわ。
He's right. Truth be told, we couldn't eat much ourselves either. So don't force just yourself to eat.
あんなことがあったんだもん。みんないつも通りなんて無理だよ。
After all that's happened, It's impossible for all of us to be the same as usual. Mr. Takanuki died. Sumire and Miss Nishizaki were also infected. Help won't come for another 2 days. It's taking all we have not to panic.
夜明けまでまだ時間がある。みんな、寝室でちゃんと眠ろう。起きていてもできることなんかないし。日が昇ったら、またみんなで何かできないか考えようよ。
We still have time until daybreak. Let's all go to our rooms and sleep. There's nothing more we can do awake anyway. Once day comes, we'll all think about what we can, if there's something we can do.
そうね。食べることができないなら、せめて睡眠ぐらいは取りましょう。
You're right. If we can't eat, then we should at least sleep. We decided to spend the hours left until daybreak, sleeping in our rooms. Good night, sis.
おやすみ。
Yeah, good night. Anzu and I go to bed. So much happened today. It all feels so unrealistic. It'd be nice if this all turned out to be a dream come morning. I think that as I drift off to sleep. It hurts. I can't breathe. My whole body feels like it's burning. Is this my old room? Oh, this is a dream, huh? A dream of the worst fit of my life. It's a dream, so why does it hurt so much? Please, please let this dream end soon.
さくら。さくら。
It's Dad's voice. Dad's voice calms me down, and I slowly open my eyes. Dad? Why is he crying? No, more importantly than that. Why is he holding that in his right hand?
さくら。ごめん。ごめんな。
Sakura, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What's going on? Dad! Dad mercilessly slams the knife in his hand down and pierces my chest. It burns. It hurts. I can't breathe. I have no idea what's going on. All I can do is groan as though I'd gone mad. I'm confined into the hall. I hear the sounds of Sakura sealing the door from the outside. The sounds stop and her footsteps grow distant, so I check to make sure I can't open the door. It's alright. She made it so I can't open it from the inside. Feeling relief, I lean against the wall and sit down. My whole body's getting hot. It hurts a bit to breathe. It's gonna be pain. It's gonna be agony until I die, probably. My feet freeze when I imagine just how painful it was for Mr. Takanuki when he died. Even though I attempted suicide several times and wanted to die, now that death has finally come to me, I'm a coward who fears it. I had Sakura seal the door so that since there's no guarantee that I won't go crazy. And so I'm hot. The heat brings back a memory of mine. I close my eyes. This is a memory of the Kamisaki Island incident 8 years ago. It's a burning room in an abandoned schoolhouse. Nobuhiko stands before me. My best friend. And the one who killed Satoru, Moe, and Naoya. Nobuhiko's been weak of heart for as long as I've known him. Bit of an introvert and a kind boy. I loved him. And yeah, I didn't notice how he was suffering.
どうして私に何も言ってくれなかったの？
Why? Why didn't you tell me anything?
私たち友達でしょ？
Aren't we friends?
友達
Friends?
そうなら一緒に死んでくれ。友達なんだろ？
That's right. Then let's die together. We're friends, right? Why? Why is that the only choice Nobuhiko has for me? Even though I want to live with him.
死ぬなんて許さない。何が何でも連れて帰る。帰って一緒に罪を償おう。私は何があったとしても、信彦が殺人者だとしても離れたりなんかしない。だから
I won't let you die. No matter what happens, I'm taking you back home with me. Once we're back, we'll atone for your crimes together. No matter what happens to me, even if you're a killer, I won't leave you. So please.
所詮偽善なんだよ。
In the end, you're a hypocrite. Hold on a second. Nobuhiko Nobuhiko hits me and I collapse right there. Nobuhiko then carries me and pushes me out the window. There was a tree right below, so I managed to get out of there with only some light scrapes. Nobuhiko turns around, and I reach out to him, towards the burning classroom. My hand cuts through air, and I pass out. Sorry, I was doing an audio check, making sure everything's okay. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Alright, I'm continuing. I open my eyes. I only intended to close my eyes for a little bit, but it seems I fell asleep. My body's hot, and it's still difficult to breathe, but I'm still alive. I blankly stare at the bruise on my palms. Just then, I turn around when I hear the sound of the door opening. Sakura must have come back, unable to abandon me. plan to scold her for telling her she can't protect everyone if she's like that. Contrary to my expectations, it's not Sakura who opens the door.
どうしたんだ？なんでお前がここに？
What's this? Why are you here? They say nothing. Instead of answering me, they raise a glass ashtray in their right hand and swing it down on my head. Shock runs through me. I fall to the floor. It hurts! I writhe from the extreme pain. As I lay on the floor, my assailant raises the bloody, ashtray again and swings it down with all their might. They swing the ashtray down on me over and over again. I can no longer feel even any pain anymore. Once I can no longer move anymore, they grab my arm and roll up my sleeve. And they take a syringe, put in my arm, and take my blood. They smile with satisfaction when they see the extracted blood. Just what are they thinking, taking my infected blood? What are you trying to do? I muster the last of my strength and ask them. As though sneering at me, they raise the ashtray one more time and swing it down on my head. My consciousness slowly fades. I can't even lift a finger anymore. I hear the sound of my assailant walking away. They left with my blood. That blood is poison itself. Once it enters the body, it brings about death. They went this far to get it. I can only get warning bells. Hear warning bells on this. Sakura. I have to tell Sakura about this. Doesn't matter who. I need to tell someone so that I can stop my assailant. I think that, but my body won't listen to what I say. Oh. So in the end, I'm gonna die a total failure. Unable to do a thing. Just what was my life all for? Suddenly, I remember Nobuhiko's last words. I'll make sure you can live happily, Tsukasa. He whispered that in my ear before he died. Sorry, Nobuhiko. In the end, you wished for my happiness. It looks like I failed to grant your wish, and now I'm coming to join you. I curse my powerlessness as my consciousness slowly fades away. I suddenly wake up. I look around to see that day has come. I had a very bad dream. A dream where Dad killed me. Can't be. Dad was kinder than anyone. And thought of and put us ahead of everything else. I just had that crazy dream because of everything that happened yesterday. I look to the side to drive the terrible memories off and see Anzu sleeping in the bed next to me. She's sleeping peacefully, but there's signs of exhaustion in her face. I quietly leave the room so I don't wake Anzu up. I go onto the hallway and hear people talking in the next room over. It seems, sounds like Kaede and Hiragi. Maybe they're up.
Kaede, Hiragi, 起きた?
Kaede, Hiragi, are you up? I open the door. The two of them frantically hide something.
Sakura! てめ、ノックぐらいしろよ!
Hey, at least knock first.
あ、ごめん。
Oh, sorry.
そうだよ、さくら。それに年頃の女の子が男子だけの部屋に不用意に訪ねてくるなんて危険だよ。
Right, Sakura. Besides, it's dangerous for a girl to enter a room filled only with. Oh, I'm sorry. It's dangerous for a girl your age to go recklessly into a room filled only with boys. Kaede flicks me on the head as if to scold me. I blush at the way he treats me like a girl. Suddenly, I notice a photo laying by their feet.
何か落ちてるよ。
Did you drop something? I pick up the photo.
おい!
Hey! It's a picture of Kaede and Hiragi when they were little.
これ、二人が小さい時の写真?
Is this when you were kids?
ああ。10年ほど前の写真なんだ。
Yeah, it's a photo from 10 years ago. Two of them look very young and cute in the photo. Kaede in particular looks adorable like a girl. On the other hand, painful to look at the bandage on Hiragi's face in it. Just like Kaede said, maybe it was a cut he got from his mother's abuse.
もしかして、さっき隠したのってアルバム?
Was that a photo album you hid just now?
うん。柊が恥ずかしがるから他人に見せられないんだけど、柊の小さい頃、とっても可愛いんだよ。特にその写真の頃は僕より小さくって。まあ、今でも可愛いけどさ。
That's right. Hiragi's embarrassed so he won't show it to anyone else, but he was very cute as a kid. Especially in this photo, he was smaller than me. Though he's still cute now.
くそ、こんなところまで持ってくることねえだろうが。だいたい今は身長伸びてお前よりも背が高いんだから可愛いとか言うな。
Damn it. You don't have to bring it all the way here. And besides, I'm taller than you now, so don't call me cute.
身長が高くなっても柊は可愛いよ。
Even if you've gotten tall, you're still cute.
てめえの方が女顔で可愛い面してるくせに。
Says the one with the girly face here. Kaede watches over the embarrassed Hiragi with a smile. I know it's the case of Hiragi, but it seems that Hiragi's I know it's the case with Hiragi with Kaede, but Kaede also seems to I can tell that Kaede also treasures Hiragi as someone special. Is that just how things are between twins, maybe? Whatever the case, it's a pleasant sight to see the two of them getting along. I take another look at the photo. Just as Kaede said, in this photo, Hiragi is smaller and gives off a weak, vulnerable impression. Huh? Something when I look at Hiragi in the photo, a fragment of memory passes through me. I feel like I've seen the Hiragi in this photo somewhere before. Yeah, that's right. If I remember correctly, an adult man brought him along. He hid behind the shadow and glanced out from behind. Wait, just when was that?
ねえ、ヒイラギ。私、昔にヒイラギとどこかで会ったことあったっけ？
Hey, Hiragi. Have we ever met before? Hiragi's clearly perturbed. Kaede gives him a curious glance.
なわけねえだろ。お前の記憶違いだろ。
Of course not. Your memories are just wrong. Hiragi looks away from me. It's clear as day he's lying. This is bugging me. When did I meet Hiragi before? Okay, so the options are ask Hiragi more or don't ask him anymore. I'm gonna go with don't ask him anymore. I won't ask Hiragi anymore. It's really bugging me, but he's clearly trying to avoid the topic. So he definitely won't talk about it even if I try to force it out of him.
そっか。そうだね。ただ単に似てる子だっただけかも。二人とも邪魔してごめんね。
I see. You're right. Maybe it was just someone who looked like you. Sorry for bothering you two. I leave the room. Kaede is nice to everyone, but especially to his younger twin brother Hiragi. If you ask me, it seems like he's very soft on him. Probably because Hiragi's mother abused him. Even though I get the feeling that Kaede is being overprotective of Hiragi, he no longer needs to be protected like he used to and has grown up into quite the man. I think that as I head back to heads back to my room. When I get there, Anzu's already awake.
あ、お姉ちゃん、どこ行ってたの？
Oh, sis, where'd you go?
あ、ごめん。ちょっと楓とヒイラギの部屋に行ってたの。
Oh, sorry. I stopped by Kaede and Hiragi's room.
ヒイラギ先輩の部屋に？お姉ちゃんずるい。
What? You went to Hiragi's room? That's not fair, sis.
ついでに楓とヒイラギの小さい頃の写真見てきちゃった。
by the way, I got to see a photo of when Kaede and Hiragi were kids.
ずるい。お姉ちゃんずるいよ。なんで私を起こしてくれなかったのよ。
That's not fair. That's not fair at all, sis. Why didn't you wake me up? Anzu pounds on my chest.
ごめんってば。
I said I was sorry. The same kind of talks I always have, Anzu. It almost makes me feel like everything that happened yesterday was just a dream. But it wasn't a dream. What happened with Nishizaki? Oh, sorry, with Sumire and Nishizaki. I have to check. No, to be honest, I don't want to look. I think that as I head down and go down the hallway. Anzu and I have scrunched faces, but we say nothing. I noticed it when I went out earlier, but because I knew what was causing it, I didn't say it. There's a faint stench filling the hallway. Sounds like something rotted. Of course, there's a body in here, and we're in the middle of summer right now. It'd be strange if it didn't smell. There is air conditioning in the room with the body. So I should cool the room and put blankets over the body. That's about all I can do. I gather several sheets from the bedrooms and head downstairs with Anzu. We go down the stairs. There's no stench, oddly enough. It smelled so much on the second floor hallway, so I figured it'd smell worse on the first floor, so it's a bit anticlimactic. Anzu and I enter the living room. At the same time, our stomachs growl.
さすがにお腹空いたね。二人でこのパン半分こしよっか。
Guess no wonder we're hungry. Why don't we split this bread? Okay. I take the unfinished bread from yesterday out, and the two of us bite into it. I can eat much. It seems like I can eat much more than I could yesterday. Anzu also devours her bread. After finishing the bread, everyone else comes down from the second floor.
おはよう、さくらちゃん、あんずちゃん。
Sakura, Anzu, good morning.
おはよ
Good morning.
う。お
Morning.
みんなおはよ
Morning, guys.
う。おはようございます。皆さん何か食べられますか？と言ってもレトルト食品や缶詰か、なんかコンビニのおにぎりとか、あとはお菓子ぐらいしかないですけど。
Good morning. Do you feel like eating? And that's we don't really have much aside from ready-made food, canned food, bread, convenience store rice balls, and candy. Anzu rustled through the bag full of food.
そうね。パンでもいただこうかしら。
Let me think. I guess I'll go with bread.
僕もいただくよ。ヒイラギはおにぎりの方がいいかい？
I'll have some too. Are you good with rice? Will you have rice balls,
な
Yagi?
んでもいい。
Anything's fine. Three of them each start eating. Once I've confirmed that they've done eating, I speak to all of them.
ねえ、これからどうしたらいいと思う？
どうって助けが来るまでここでおとなしくしているしかないんじゃない？
Isn't all we can do is just sit here and wait for help?
外に出られないかな。
Think we can't get outside?
外って、外は毒に感染した野犬がいるんだよ。
Outside. But those wild dogs infected with poison are there, right?
その野犬なんだけど、もう死んでる可能性はないかな。毒に感染してからどのくらいで死に至るかはわからないけど、朝になってからは窓の外に野犬の姿を見ないし。
What about that? Maybe they're already dead? I don't know how long it takes for the poison to how long it takes for the poison to kill you. But when I looked out the window this morning, I didn't see any dogs.
もう死んでいるとしたら外を歩き回れる。そしたら橋以外に脱出できる場所があるかもしれないし。
If they're already dead, then we can walk around outside. Then maybe we'll find another way besides the bridge to escape.
確かに朝になってからは野犬の姿を見ないね。
Now you mention it, I haven't seen the dogs this morning. We know that waiting for help will be the most efficient, will be the most certain way. But I want to get out of here as soon as I can, if possible. I don't want to stay here a minute longer.
俺は反対だ。
I'm against that.
ヒイラギ？
確かに昨日見た野犬どもは死んじまったかもしれねえけど、その野犬から他の動物に感染してる可能性もなくはないだろう。そいつらが生き残ってその辺をうろついてるかもしれねえしな。
Maybe you're right. Maybe the dogs from yesterday did die. But there's no guarantee that they didn't infect any other animals too. They may still be alive and prowling around the area.
あ、そっか。
Oh, I see. That's right. There's a possibility they infected others. Why didn't I realize that sooner? I really am such an idiot.
さくらちゃんは早くここから出たいのね。
You want to get out of here as soon as possible, don't you?
え？
Hmm? I gulp. Feels like President Tsubaki read my heart,
無理もない
read my mind.
親友と慕っていた先生たちが亡くなったんだもの。でもね、むやみに外に出るのは危険よ。
It's not unreasonable. Your best friends and the teachers you looked up to died. But it's dangerous to recklessly go out there.
あなただけじゃなく、他のみんなまで危険な目に遭わせたくないでしょ。
It's not just you. You don't want to put everyone else in danger too, right?
はい。すみません。考えなしに言ってしまって。
Yes. I'm sorry. I should have thought before I spoke. I'm such an idiot. Miss Nishizaki said she'd leave the rest to me. But in the end, all I could think about was escaping. I bite my lip in shame. There must be something I can do. At that moment, I remember the sheets I'm carrying in my hands. That's right. There is something I can do now.
私、応接室に行ってくる。
I'm going to the reception room. I pick up the sheets. I take the sheets and stand up.
何しに？
For what reason?
すみれたちにせめてシーツだけでもかけてあげる。そのままにしとけないよ。親友だったんだもん。
At least put sheets over Sumire and Mr. Takanuki. I can't just leave them like that. She was my best friend after all.
そうね。今の私たちにできることといえば、それぐらいしかないものね。
You're right. That's about all we can do right now, huh?
お姉ちゃん、私も一緒に行くよ。
Sis, I'll come with you.
ありがとう、アンズ。でもアンズは応接室の前まででいいからね。
Thank you, Anzu. But you wait outside the reception room, okay? I don't want my little sister seeing any dead bodies.
僕も行くよ。柊はどうする？
I'll come with you. What you do, Hiragi?
ああ、俺も行く。
Yeah, I'm coming too.
そう。じゃあみんなで行きましょうか。
I see. Then why don't we all go together? We leave our seats and head for the reception room. Make it to the we're right outside the reception room. We hear no sounds coming from within.
アンズはここで待っててね。
Wait here, Anzu, okay? I steel my heart and open the door to the reception room. The moment I open the door, a rancid stench strikes my nose. I timidly look in the center of the room. Mr. Takanuki and Sumi are lying in the center of the room. They're lying right next to each other and staring at each other as though they were lovers. There are traces of a vast amount of blood from their mouths. There are red stains on the floor. Sumire's hand is lovingly on Mr. Takanuki's cheek. I approach the bodies one step after another. The red bruises have vanished from their bodies. I look at their faces. There's no life to be found in any of them. Though their skin and hair is the same as it was when they were alive, they look like total strangers to me now. Their eyes are vacant and devoid of light. Even though the two of them were smiling and having so much fun when they came here yesterday. So why? Why aren't they moving anymore? Even though the two bodies are right there, they feel so distant to me. I'm unable to look at them any longer. I put the sheets over them. I turn around and Tsubaki, Hiragi and Kaede, Hiragi and Tsubaki all look away. They're all reluctant to look at it as well. I take one more look at the bodies covered in sheets. Goodbye. Those last words, we leave the room. After leaving the reception room, Anzu looks at me with concern. Are you okay, everyone? Your faces are pale.
平気だよ。ごめんね、アンズ。心配させちゃ。
Yeah. We're okay. Sorry, Anzu. Didn't mean to make you work. I smile to try to calm Anzu down, but then my mind flashes back to the two dead bodies I just saw. And at the same time, I cover my mouth and run off. Sis? I run through the restroom and bathroom and quickly dunk my head towards the toilet. I throw up. I throw everything in my stomach up into the toilet. You know, I've nothing left to throw up. My nausea won't abate. It hurts. When I close my eyes in pain, I remember the image from before, bringing more nausea on me.
お姉ちゃん
Sis. Before I know it, Anzu shows up, rubbing my back. Come to think of it, she used to do this for me back when I was sick. But my nausea abates a little with that memory. I can't get the vacant looks in Mr. Takanuki and Sumire's face out of my mind. Now I can't remember what kind of face they used to make anymore. After my nausea settles down, I wash my mouth and hands in the sink. Anzu and I head back into the hallway, and the other three look at us worriedly.
Sakura, もう大丈夫なの?
Sakura, are you okay now?
ごめん心配かけて
Yeah. Sorry for worrying you.
親友の遺体を見たんだもの。無理もないわ。
It's not unreasonable. You did see your best friend's body. I made everyone worry. I truly am pathetic. And to get my head on straight, I have to at least make sure I'm not a burden on everyone. I look up in order to psych myself up and gaze towards the hall door. Miss Nishizaki's on the other side of that door. She must also be just like Sumire and Mr. Takanuki by now. It's with that thought I look at the door and nose something off. Huh? The belts and towels I should have tied around I tied around the handles yesterday should be there. But now they're cut in the middle on the floor.
ホールの扉が開いてる
The door of the hall is open. Everyone looks towards the hall door. The door of the hall is indeed a little bit open.
変だよだって私昨日しっかり縛って開かないようにしたのに
That doesn't make any sense. Because I tied it tight so they couldn't get out. She couldn't get out yesterday. Everyone gathers in front of the door of the hall and looks at the severed belt and towel tie by the door
刃物
handles.
で切られたみたいだね。
Looks like it was cut with a blade.
誰がこんなことを
Who did this?
もしかして西崎が内側から扉の隙間から刃物を使って切って逃げ出したんじゃ。
Maybe Nishizaki used a blade in the gap between doors and cut her way out. Does Nishizaki open the door from the inside? Did she say didn't she tell me to lock her in? Leave us all? To get us to relax so she could kill us? I opened the door of the hall. Contrary to what I'd feared, Miss Nishizaki is indeed there. No, she's lying there. She's lying there with blood pouring on her head, out of her head. Hold on a second. Next to Miss Nishizaki's body is an ashtray, a glass ashtray covered in blood. Oh, sorry. It's clear from a glance that she was hit with this.
Nishizaki-sensei.
Miss Nishizaki?
どうしてこんな。
Why did this happen?
どうしたんですか皆さん。
What's wrong, everyone? Anzu, being in the back of the group, can't see in the hall and tries to look in.
ハンズ見ちゃダメ。
Anzu, don't look! I immediately, embrace Anzu and put her head in my chest. She's confused as always. Her hands are shivering. No, my hands around Anzu are shivering.
西崎先生いたの。亡くなってたの。
Is Miss Nishizaki there? Is she dead?
ええ。でも毒のせいで死んだのではなさそうね。
Yes, but it doesn't look like she was killed by the poison.
どういうことですか。
What do you mean?
西崎先生は誰かに殺害されたみたいだ。
Seems like Miss Nishizaki was killed by someone.
殺害。
Murdered?
西崎先生が。なんで。どうして。
No way. Miss Nishizaki was killed? How? Why? Shocked at the news of Miss Nishizaki's death, Anzu flops to the ground.
アンズちゃんには少し辛すぎるわ。アンズちゃん、リビングに戻りましょう。
This is too harsh on Anzu. Anzu, head back to the living room. President Tsubaki takes Anzu's shoulder and helps her up.
すみません椿部長。安蔵頼みます。
Thank you, President Tsubaki. Take care of Anzu.
ええ。あなたたちも早めにリビングに戻ってきてね。
I will. The rest of you hurry on back to the living room as well. President Tsubaki helps Anzu back into the living room. The three of us take another look at Miss Nishizaki's body. I hold back the vomit welling up inside me. Can't afford to run away here. I resist the urge to look away and glance at Miss Nishizaki's body. Kaido touches her body.
どうしてこんなことに。
Why'd this happen? Hiyagi looks away from Miss Nishizaki's body and looks at the glass ashtray lying next to her. It's stained with
こ
blood.
れで殴って殺したのか。
Was she killed with this? Horrible. Who would do something like this? I take a look at Miss Nishizaki's arm. For some reason, one of her sleeves is rolled up.
なんで西崎先生の袖片方だけめくれてるんだろう。
Hey, why is only one of Miss Nishizaki's sleeves rolled up?
本当だね。
You're right. Kaide checks Miss Nishizaki's rolled up sleeve arm.
これなんだろう。
Huh? What's this? Kaide looks at Miss Nishizaki's arm and sees a small red mark.
この後、なんだかまだ新しいみたいだけど。
This mark. It looks like it's still new.
本当だ。針か何かで刺した傷跡みたいだね。
You're right. It looks like a wound created by getting stabbed by a needle or something. Why does she have a wound like this? Did Miss Nishizaki roll up her own wrist and injure herself? Or was it done by the person who attacked her?
それにしても、一体誰がこんなことを。
Still, who would do this?
誰って決まってんだろ。
Isn't it obvious?
俺たちの中の誰かだよ。
One of us. Yagi says the truth I didn't want to acknowledge. That's right, because we're the only ones in this mansion. One of us was the one who killed Miss Nishizaki. We silently leave the hall and head back to the living room. Guys! Anzu greets us with a pale face when we open the living room door.
アンズ、もう大丈夫なの？
Anzu, are you alright now?
椿先輩に背中をゆっくりさすってもらったら落ち着いたから。
Yes. I calmed down when Tsubaki gave me a slow rub on the back.
お姉ちゃん、教えて。西崎先生がどうなってたのか。
Tell me, sis, what happened to Miss Nishizaki? Huh?
アンズちゃん、君は知らない方が。
Anzu, you're better off not knowing.
私も知っておきたい。西崎先生のこと。
No. I want to know what happened with Miss Nishizaki. Unlike before, Anzu has a fierce will in her eyes.
本人が言ってんだ。教えてやってもいいだろ。
You said it's alright, so go ahead and tell her.
わかった。アンズが望むなら話すよ。
Okay, got it. If that's what you want, I'll tell you. We sit down in the living room and talk about what happened with Miss Nishizaki.
アンズ、西崎先生はね、誰かに殺害されたみたいなの。先生は頭から血を流していて、近くに血のついたガラスの灰皿が落ちてた。犯人は多分それで西崎先生を殴り殺したんだと思う。
Anzu, Miss Nishizaki was apparently killed by someone. She was bleeding from her head, and there was a bloody glass ashtray lying near her. I think the culprit probably used that to beat her to death.
そうだったんだ。でも、一体誰がそんなひどいことを。
I see. Who would do something so terrible?
誰がやったかは今のところわからない。だけど、ただ一つだけわかることは、僕たちの中の誰かの仕業だってことだ。
We still don't know. What we do know, the only thing we do know is that it was one of us. Huh?
そうね。だってこの屋敷には私たち以外誰もいないもの。
That's right. Because there's no one else in this mansion but us.
そんな、誰かが忍び込んで西崎先生を襲ったのかもしれないじゃないですか。
No way. Couldn't someone have snuck in and killed Miss Nishizaki?
その可能性もあるが、なんなら屋敷中探し回るか。
possible. But why don't we search around the mansion?
だけど外には野犬がうろうろしていて、なおかつ昨日から私たちが屋敷中を歩き回ってるのに、鉢合わせるどころか気配すら感じないし。
But the wild dogs were roaming around outside. And on top of that, we walked all around the mansion yesterday, and we didn't bump into anyone, to say at least or sense anyone.
私たちの中に誰かが西崎先生を
And one of us killed Miss Nishizaki? Everyone falls silent. One of us lurking here is the one who killed Miss Nishizaki. We don't want to believe it. We can't believe it. We don't want to believe it.
さくらちゃん、あなたが西崎先生を閉じ込めた時にはちゃんと西崎先生は生きていたのよね。
Sakura, Miss Nishizaki was alive when you locked her up, right?
もちろんです。それにあのガラスの灰皿はホールでは見かけなかった。犯人がどこからか持ってきたものでしょ。
Of course. And I didn't see that glass ashtray in the hall anywhere. The culprit must have brought it in from somewhere, right?
あの時私は手に何も持っていなかったのはみんなも知ってるはずですよ。
You should all know I didn't have any. I wasn't holding anything at the time.
確かにあの時さくらは何も持ってなかった。それに灰皿や床についた血痕を見ると、多少なりとも犯人は返り血を浴びているはずだよ。あの時のさくらにはそんなもの見当たらなかったし。
True, you didn't have any. You weren't carrying anything back then. On top of that, judging from what I saw of the blood on the ashtray and the floor, the culprit should have gotten blood splattered on them. But back then, we didn't see any blood on you.
そういや、あの灰皿なら昼間書斎にあったぜ。
Now you mention it, I think I saw that ashtray in the study yesterday.
本当ですか、柊先輩。
Is that true, Hiragi?
ああ、他の部屋では灰皿を見かけなかったから、多分犯人はそれを使ったんだろう。
Yeah, I didn't see any other ashtrays, so the culprit probably used that one.
凶器が2階の書斎にあったとして、犯人はみんなが寝静まった頃に部屋を抜け出して書斎の灰皿を持ち出して西崎先生を殺害しに行ったってこと？
So the murder weapon was on the second floor study, and once we all went to bed, the culprit slipped out, took the ashtray from the study, and went to kill Miss Nishizaki. Is that right?
一応アリバイを確認しておこうかしら。と言っても私は一人部屋だったから誰も証明する人はいないのだけれど、昨晩は部屋に入ってしばらくして寝てしまったわ。
To confirm our alibis. Well, that said, I was all alone in my room, so I have no one who can back me up. But last night, I went to my room and fell asleep after a while.
私とお姉ちゃんも部屋に行ってすぐ寝ちゃったよね。
Sis and I fell asleep quickly after we went to our rooms too.
疲れてて朝まで目が覚めなかったし。
Yeah, I was so tired I didn't wake up until the morning.
僕たちはしばらく起きて話をしていたよね、柊。ベッドに入ったのは深夜2時ぐらいだったかな。起きてる間は物音とかは聞こえなかったけど。
We stayed up and talked for a while, right, Hiragi? I think we went to bed around 2 a.m., I'd say. Though we didn't hear any sounds while we were up.
つかよ、俺たちとクリスノは兄弟なんだから、口裏合わせれば何とでもなるだろう。アリバイを証明するのは難しいだろう。
Besides, us and the Frys-unez are siblings. So we can basically cover for each other, right? It would be difficult to prove our alibis.
じゃあこの中の誰にも明確なアリバイはないってことだね。
Which means none of us have a clear alibi, right?
そうだね。灰皿についた指紋でも取れば犯人がわかるんだろうけど、あいにくそんな状況下にないしね。
That's right. If we get fingerprints off the ashtray, we could figure out who the culprit is. But unfortunately, we're not in that kind of situation. Everyone stares warily at each other. It's not unreasonable. After all, there's a killer amongst us. And on top of that, they killed Miss Nishizaki, who spent club activities with us. The culprit have a grudge against Miss Nishizaki or something? Or is there a different goal altogether? All we know for sure is that this culprit is a very cruel person.
この中の誰かが犯人なのか、それとも他に侵入者がいるのかはわからないけれど、とりあえず今からはみんなで一緒にいることにしましょう。みんなで一緒にいれば犯人もなかなか手は出せないでしょう。
We don't know if one of us is the culprit, or if there was some other intruder who did it. For the time being, we should all stay together. If we stick together, then the culprit shouldn't be able to lay a hand on us, right?
そうですよね。
Shouldn't be able to make a move, right?
次が来るまでみんなでここに一緒にいましょう。
Yes, you're right. Let's all stay here together until help arrives.
私もそれがいいと思う。
Yes, I think that'd be for the best as well.
そうだね。
You're
互
right.
いに見張り合うってことが確かに抑止力にはなるかもな。
So be keeping an eye on each other, huh? True, that should keep anyone from pulling any stunts. We decide to all wait here for help to come. Several hours passed. The clock is pointing to 3 p.m. We all just wander around the living room, or just stare blankly from our seats. At first we did some chit-chats. That came to an end, and gradually everyone started talking less and less.
みんなお腹空かない？何か作りましょうか。
Are you all hungry? Shall I make something? President Tsubaki courteously asks all of us that.
すみません。私は結構です。
Oh, no thank you, I'm fine. My stomach's empty from all the throwing up I did this morning. I feel like I'll just throw up again if I eat anything else, so I'll pass.
僕たちもちょっと。
Yes, same here. Kaede and Hiragi also refuse. Perhaps because they saw Miss Nishizaki's body, they don't have the energy to do so.
そう、残念ね。あんずちゃんはどう？
See, that's too bad. What about you, Anzu? Anzu responds to the question with a smile.
私、部長の手料理食べてみたいです。
Oh, I'd love to have some of your cooking.
そう、よかった。じゃあ作ってくるから待っててね。
I see, that's good. I'll go make it, so wait here, okay? President Tsubaki heads to the kitchen in high spirits. After President Tsubaki leaves, the room falls silent again. We decide to just sit and wait until President Tsubaki gets back.
ねえ、もしかしてさ、橋を落とした犯人と西崎先生を殺した犯人って一緒なのかな？
Hey, maybe the culprit who destroyed the bridge and the one who killed Miss Nishizaki are one and the same?
どうだろう。でも犯人が一緒だとしたら、その人は初めから私たちをここに閉じ込めて殺すつもりだったのかな？
I don't know. But if they're one and the same, then that person planned to trap us here and kill us from the very beginning?
そうかもしれないね。
Could be.
でも橋が落とされたことと西崎先生が殺害されたことと毒が感染したことと何 何かつながりがあるのかな。
With the destruction of the bridge, is Nishizaki's murder, and the infection by the poison. Are they all connected somehow? So much has happened since we got here. I feel like something's off about whatever's connecting these incidents together. In the first place, did someone intentionally poison Mr. Takanuki with the flower's poison? Or did he accidentally get infected? Come to think of it, according to the notebook in the study, all the flowers were burned, but it also said that that man has blood from the infected mice.
もしかしてノートに書かれていた花の毒をこの中の誰かが持っていて、その人物が私たちをこの屋敷に閉じ込めて感染させたってことはないかな。
Hey, maybe someone has the flowers poison that was talked about in the notebook, and trapped us here and infected us, perhaps?
でもあのノートには花は全て燃やしてしまったって書いてあったよ。
Didn't the notebook say all the flowers were burned?
ノートの最後にさ、あの男が感染したマウスの血液を持っているって書いてあったでしょ。
But the end of the notebook said that that man still had blood from still the blood of the infected mice, right?
それを何かしらの経由で手に入れた人がいるとしたら、
Someone managed to get their hands on that
も
then.
しその毒薬を使って僕たちに感染させようとした犯人がいたとして、だとしたらどうして犯人は西崎先生を撲殺したんだろう。
If there's a culprit out there who used that poison and tried to infect us, then why did they beat Miss Nishizaki to death?
西崎先生は毒に感染してたんだから、わざわざ殺さなくても長くは生きられなかったのに。
She was infected with the poison, so she wasn't gonna live long. She wasn't gonna live long anyway, whether she was killed or not.
そっか、そうだよね。
See, that's true.
犯人は西崎先生を殺すつもりじゃなかったとか、たまたま様子を見に行った犯人が毒で暴走した西崎先生に襲われて過剰防衛になっちゃったとか。
Maybe the culprit didn't plan on killing Miss Nishizaki. Maybe just wanted to check up on her, and she went berserk, and then she went berserk from the poison and attacked them, and so they killed her in self-defense.
けど犯人は2階の書斎からわざわざ灰皿を持ってきてるんだろ。そんなもん持っていっといて殺意がなかったとは考えにくくねえか。
But the culprit went out of their way to take the ashtray from the second floor study, right? It's hard to believe that they didn't take that with any intention to murder. So the culprit really did go to the hall intending to kill Miss Nishizaki. Then why? We all ponder this as the door to the living room opens.
あら、どうしたのみんな。なんだか怖い顔してるわよ。
What's wrong with all of you? You have scary looks on your faces. It seems President Tsubaki is done cooking. She's carrying plates with sandwiches on them.
ちょっといろいろみんなで考えてたんです。
We were just doing some thinking is all.
へえ、そうなの。よかったらその話、私にも聞かせてくれない？
Oh really? Can I listen on this too if I could? President Ishizaki says that she puts the sandwiches on the table.
はい、あんずちゃん。材料があまりなかったからツナサンドしか作れなかったけれど、よかったら食べてね。
Here you go, Anzu. We didn't have many ingredients lying around, so I can only make tuna sandwich. but if you don't mind, please eat up.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Yes, thank you. We all return to our seats and start telling President Tsubaki about what we were talking about.
みんなでそんなことを話していたの。
So that's what we were talking about, huh?
椿部長は犯人は誰だと思いますか？犯人は何の目的でこんなことをしているんでしょうか？
Who do you think the culprit is, President Tsubaki? Why do you think they would do this?
ごめんなさい。私にもさっぱり見当がつかないわ。
I'm sorry. I can't come up with anything. I thought President Tsubaki, with all her brains, might have an idea, but...
でも本当に鼻の毒ってどこから感染したのかしらね。
But how we get infected with the... Sorry, one second. Seriously, where did the infection from the flower's poison begin? That's the biggest question on our minds.
とても不思議な毒よね。人を死に至らしめるだけじゃなく、精神を暴走させることもあるなんて、まるで麻薬みたいね。
It's a very strange poison. Not only does it drive people to their deaths, but it also causes them to go insane, like a drug or something.
ねえ、私考えていたのだけれど、10年前この宇津木邸で起こった心中事件って、この毒が関連しているんじゃないかしら。
You know, I've been thinking, maybe this poison has something to do with the forced family suicide at Yutsugi Manor 10 years ago.
どうしてそう思うんですか？
Why do you think that?
ここに来る前に宇津木邸のことを調べてきたんだけど。
I looked into the Yutsugi Manor before we came here. President Tsubaki takes a copy of a newspaper article out of her pocket. It's an article about the Utsugi Manor forced family suicide. The article has a photo of Azusa Utsugi, the suspect of the case, and the wife of the mansion's owner, Masaki Utsugi. If I remember right, she was the twin sister of Kaede and Hiragi's father. Maybe that's why Azusa Utsugi reminds me of Hiragi a bit.
高貫先生がおっしゃっていた通り、この宇津木家の人たちはみんな仲が良くて、お金にも不自由していなく、無理心中の理由が未だに不明。
Just like Mr. Takanuki said, everyone who lived at the Utsugi family all got along well, and they had no money troubles. So the reason behind the forced family suicide is still unknown.
私の想像だけれど、一家心中の犯人である宇津木あずさは、この花の毒に感染したんじゃないかしら。
I was thinking, maybe Azusa Utsugi, the culprit behind the incident, was infected by the poison in the flower?
毒に感染したせいでパニック状態になり、愛する家族を次々と殺害していった。
She panicked after getting poisoned by the she panicked due to getting poisoned by the flower she panicked due to getting infected by the poison and killed her beloved family members one after another.
ありえない話ではないはずよ。だって花はこの宇津木邸の主である宇津木正樹が研究していたんだから。
Should be within the realm of possibility. After all, Masaki Utsugi, the owner of the manor, was researching the flower. When she puts it like that, the flowers poison may indeed have something to do with the incident 10 years ago.
でも確か宇津木邸一家心中事件では子供が一人生き残っていたはずだよね。毒が関連してるならその子が警察とかに行ってるはずじゃない？
Didn't one of the children of the Utsumi family survive the incident? If the poison was involved, then shouldn't they have told the police?
子供って言っても何歳ぐらいの子供なのかな。あんまり小さい子供の話だと警察も真剣には聞いてくれないかも。
Yeah, but how old is this kid we're talking about here? If this is a really young kid we're talking about, maybe the police didn't take them seriously.
事件があった時にはもう森の花は燃やし尽くされてなかっただろうし。
And when the incident occurred, all the flowers in the forest should have been burned by then.
ねえ楓君、柊君、いくら宇津木家と疎遠だったとはいえお葬式ぐらいには出たんでしょ。その生き残った子はその時どんな様子だったの？
Hey, Kaede, Hiragi, I know you weren't close to the Utsugis, but you at least went to their funerals, right? What was the surviving child like back then? Kaede and Hiragi get dark looks on their faces.
ああ、お葬式には参列したよ。その時その子にも会った。僕たちと同じ年齢の男の子だったよ。
That's right, we went to the funeral. We met the child then. It was a boy about our age.
自分以外の家族を亡くして憔悴しきってたな。
He was wasting away from the loss of the rest of his family.
その子にも双子の弟がいてね。とても可愛がっていたらしい。でも、その双子の弟は、その子の目の前で死んだんだ。
That boy also had a twin brother, and it seemed like he doted on him. But the boy's twin brother died before his very eyes. The two of them don't say anything else. Seeing as they're twins themselves, I'm sure they must empathize with that boy. I don't know what the survivor of the forced family suicide is doing right now. We all are lost for words. Just then, Anzu, finished eating her sandwich, speaks up.
食べてくれてありがとう。味はどうだった？
Oh, sorry, Tsubaki speaks up after Anzu finishes her sandwich. Thank you for eating it. How was it?
はい、とても美味しかったです。
Oh, thank you. It was really good.
そう、ならよかった。
See, I'm glad to hear that.
ねえみんな、何もやることがなくて暇でしょ？さっき料理を作りに行くついでに部屋から持ってきたの。
Hey guys, it's boring having nothing to do, right? When I went to cook earlier, I brought these from the room with me. President Tsubaki says that and takes a deck of cards out of her pocket.
今からみんなでやらない？
Are you up for a game?
何もしてないと嫌なことばかり想像してしまうから気分転換にはちょうどいいですね。
Doing nothing just brings about bad thoughts, so it's the perfect time for a change in pace.
私、トランプ久しぶりです。昔はお姉ちゃんといっぱいしたけど、なかなかお姉ちゃんに勝てなかったな。
It's been a long time since I played cards. Sis and I used to play all the time, but I could never beat her.
さくら、トランプ得意なの？
Are you good at card games, Sakura?
昔の話だよ。あの頃は外に出られなかったから、家の中ばっかりで遊んでたから。
It's all in the past. I couldn't go outside when I was younger. So I only played inside.
そういえばさくら、確か昔は病弱だったんだっけ？
Oh yeah, now you mention it. You did say you used to be ill, right?
へえ、意外ね。さくらちゃんは元気だけが取り柄だと思ってたのに。
Oh no, that's surprising. And here I thought being energetic was your only good point, Sakura.
椿、 椿部長、ひどいですよ。
That's cruel, Tsubaki.
冗談よ。じゃあトランプを始めましょうか。みんな何がいい？
I'm kidding. Shall we play cards? What do you want to play?
ああ、もうトランプのルールほとんど忘れちゃったんで、ババ抜きぐらいしかわからないんですが。
I've already forgotten most of the rules of card games. All I really remember is Old Maid.
いいわよ。じゃあババ抜きをやりましょう。
That's fine. Let's play Old Maid. President Tsubaki skillfully cuts the deck and starts handing out the cards. "30 minutes have passed since we started playing Old Maid. In the end, Hyagi and I both bomb out.
お姉ちゃんすぐ顔に出るからジョーカー持ってるのバレバレだよ。
Wear your emotions on your sleeve, sis. It was plain as day you had the Joker.
さくらちゃんはともかく、柊くんはポーカーフェイスがうまいかと思ったけど、そうでもないのね。
Sakura aside, I thought Hiragi would have a good poker face, but it doesn't seem like he did.
そ
Damn it.
柊はあんまりこういうカードゲームしたことがないからね。
It's because Hiragi doesn't usually play card games like this.
椿部長と楓は何引いても相手がどんなカード選んでもずーっとニコニコしてるからさっぱりわかんないんだよ。
Tsubaki, Kaede, you smile no matter what card you get, so I can't tell a thing with you two.
あらあら、ババ抜きってそういうゲームでしょ。そんなこと言ってると、いざって時に生き残れないわよ。
That's just the kind of game Old Maid is, isn't it? You say that, but if you say that, then you won't be able to survive when the chips are down, will you?
人生も同じよ。善人ばかりの世の中ならいいけれど、実際はそうじゃない。善人は悪人の食い物にされる運命なの。だから、非常になれる人間が最後に生き残るのよ。
Hold on a second. Life is the same way. It'd be nice if the world was only filled with saints, but that's not how it actually is. It's the fate of the virtuous to be devoured by the evil. So it's those who can become heartless who survive in the end. There's a dark look in President Tsubaki's eyes when she says it, sending a bit of a chill down my spine.
そうね。例えば、あなたの前に邪魔者が一人いるとするわ。その人物を殺せば、あなたは今まで通り幸せな人生を歩むことができる。
I know, like for example, let's say there's someone standing in your way. If you kill that person, they can live the same happy life you always have.
だけれど、その人物を生かしておくと、あなたはどうあがいても不幸な人生を送ることになる。
But if you let that person live, then no matter how much you struggle, you'll live a miserable life.
さくらちゃん、あなたならその邪魔者を殺すことができるかしら。
Sakura, could you kill that person in your way?
え？
Huh? President Tsubaki's sudden what-if story has me bewildered. Could I kill someone in order to ensure my own happiness?
わかりません。その状況に実際なってみないと。ただ今思うのは本当に殺すより他に方法がないのかってことです。
I don't know. I have to actually be in that situation. But right now, I'd say I try to see if I could find if there's a... Hold on. But right now, I think I'd try to find another way besides killing them. Life is precious. Your own life is precious. However, others treasure their own lives just as must treasure their own lives just as much. That's what it means to live as a human, doesn't it?
そう。さくらちゃんらしい答えね。 アンズちゃんはどう？自分のために誰かを殺せる？
I see. That sounds just like you. What about you, Anzu? Would you kill someone for your own good?
私ですか？
Me?
私は自分のために誰かを犠牲にするなんて、そんな方法で助かったとしても幸せに生きることなんてできないと思います。
I don't think I could kill someone for my own sake. I could sacrifice someone for my own sake. Even if it would help me out, I don't think I would be able to live happily ever again. Though she's bewildered, Anzu speaks her mind clearly.
がっかりね。
See, I'm disappointed. Huh? What did President Tsubaki just say? She said it was a disappointment that we couldn't kill anyone? No, she said it was disappointment that Anzu said she couldn't kill anyone. Anzu also seems shocked as her eyes go wide.
おいあんた、どういう意味だよ。
Hey, what do you mean by that? Yagi speaks up, says exactly what I was planning to say to President Tsubaki. He's more worked up than usual. He seems genuinely angry.
ああ、気を悪くさせてしまったのならごめんなさい。ただ、いざそういう場面に出くわしたら、さくらちゃんもあんずちゃんも生き残ることができないと思って、それでがっかりって言ったのよ。
Oh. If I insulted you in some way, then I'm sorry. I was just saying I was disappointed because that means that, if Sakura or Anzu were ever in that sort of situation, then they couldn't survive.
じゃあてめえは自分のためならどれだけ人が死のうと構わねえってことだよ。
Now you're saying you don't care, how many people die if it's for your own sake?
そうね。その通りよ。結局人間誰しも自分が一番可愛いもの。柊くんはそうではないのかしら？だったらただの偽善者ね。
Yes, that's exactly right. In the end, everyone values themselves most. It's the same for you too, isn't it, Hiraki? If so, then you're just a hypocrite.
かあ
Oh, you... Hiraki clenches his fists. Just then, Kaede grabs his fist from the side.
柊、落ち着いて。
Hiraki, calm down.
これで
Hiraki regains some of his composure at Kaede's words.
椿部長、あまり柊をいじめないでやってください。柊はこう見えてとても優しい子なんです。
President Tsubaki, please don't tease Hiragi so much. Despite his looks, he's a very kind boy.
ごめんなさいね。喧嘩を売るつもりはなかったの。人それぞれ違う価値観を持っているってことね。
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to pick a fight or anything. Everyone has their own values, right? One second. I feel distrust when I see President Tsubaki smiling like she does always. She's always smiling and has a gentle aura about her. But I'm sure her true essence is just as she said, someone who values herself more than anyone else. She wouldn't mind trampling on others for that purpose. Just as Prez said, I'm sure that everyone, just as Prez said, I'm sure it's normal for everyone to think that way. But I don't want to be that kind of person. maybe I'm being hypocritical. I think everyone has the right to be happy. I think it's wrong to take someone else's life just for your own convenience. I really am not entirely good at dealing with President Tsubaki.
でもさ、珍しいね。柊がそんなにムキになるなんて。
Still, it's rare for you to get so worked up like that, Hiragi. Hiragi is taken aback by Kaede's casual words.
あんずちゃんが悪く言われるのがそんなに嫌だった？
Do you really hate it that much when someone speaks of someone talking bad about Anzu?
柊先輩、私のために怒ってくださったんですか？
Hiragi, you got mad because of me? It's true, even though Hiragi wasn't involved at all in that. I've never seen him express such emotion like that before. Maybe he also likes Anzu? That would mean they both love each other. They both like each other, doesn't it? I smirk at that thought and look at Hiragi. But for some reason, Hiragi's face is pale.
違う。
No, that's wrong. His hands are shivering as though he's afraid of something. I was not expecting this sort of reaction from Hiragi given the flow of the conversation. If he was embarrassed, he'd probably blush and argue back. But what's up with this reaction? Kaede pays no heed to Hiragi's face and just smiles and asks,
もしかして柊、あんずちゃんのことが好きなんじゃないの？
Hiragi, could it be that you like Anzu?
違う。
No! Anzu, President Tsubaki, and I can't hide our surprise at Hiragi's desperate shout. Only Kaede is smiling like normal, looking at Hiragi.
そんなに恥ずかしがらなくてもいいんだよ。柊ももう高校2年なんだし、好きな女の子の一人や二人できるのは当たり前なんだから。正直に話してごらんよ。ね。
It's not something to be embarrassed about now, is it? You're already a junior in high school, so it's only natural for you to have a girl or two that you like. Why don't you just be honest with us, okay?
違う。好きなやつなんかない。嘘じゃない。
You're wrong. I don't have anyone I like. I'm not lying. Hiragi clenches his hands into fists, but even so, he can't stop himself from shaking. Hiragi's clearly afraid. Of who? Kaede? Why? Hiragi and Kaede get along very well and are always together. I've almost never seen Hiragi talk to anyone except for Kaede. So why would he be afraid of Kaede? Everyone hesitates to speak up, but eventually Kaede apologizes with a smile.
ごめんごめん柊。からかったりして。柊の気持ちは十分分かったからさ。
I'm sorry, Hiragi. I was just teasing you. I'm well aware of how you feel.
あ
Yeah. When he hears that, Hiragi lets his fist relax with relief, as though he's relieved. Just what was it about Hiragi there? I actually think I'm going to... Let me think. I might end it here, or I might keep going for a little while. I just want opinions on what you think I should do. Those were exactly at 2 hours. Okay, I'm gonna keep going a little bit more. I take a look at Anzu next to me, and she's giving Hiroki a concerned look. She's probably worried about Hiroki. It's the first time she's ever seen the person she likes acting like that. Hiroki has regained his composure, but his face is still pale.
柊くん、気分が優れないよね。水でも持ってきてあげましょうか？
Hiroki, you're not feeling well, are you? Would you like me to bring you some water?
いや、いい。
I'm fine. Hiroki limply shakes his head. A heavy air hangs between all of us.
トランプの続きでもやりませんか？次は七並べとか。
I know. Why don't we keep on playing cards? We could do 7 bridge or something. Anzu makes a proposal in order to change for a change in mood.
そうだね。さくらは七並べのルールは覚えてる？
Sounds good. Oh, do you know the rules, Sakura?
7をたくさん持ってる人の勝ちなんだっけ？
Is it that the one who has the most sevens wins?
違うよ。じゃあ僕が教えてあげるね。
No, that's wrong. I'll explain it to you then, okay? Hiroki says that. Kaede says that, comes over to me, takes my hands, and starts telling me. He's touching my hands. He's so close.
まずは7を4枚とも並べて、次にさくら、聞いてる？
First, you line up 4 sevens, and then Sakura, are you listening?
聞いてるよ。
Yeah, I'm listening. My heart starts racing when I feel Yagi's breath on me. So his explanation goes through one ear and right out the other.
じゃあお姉ちゃんもルールを覚えたことだし、早速始めましょうか。
It looks like Sis has a grasp of the rules now, so let's get going. Anzu deals the cards this time. Plus the deck and deals the cards this time. Actually, I think I should just stop it here because it's probably the best stopping point to get for a while right now, and so yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it here, and I'll pick up next time. This is just it's just the best stopping point for the time being. So yeah, the mystery is picked up. As I said, but got a little bit of got some peaceful moments, though with some bit of a mysterious and somewhat dark undertones to some parts of that. And we'll have to see where it goes now because there's no more poison, but because everyone who was infected with the poison died, no one's shown any symptoms yet. So we'll just have to see how this goes next time. So until then, I'll see you all later.